Give me 1 second, everybody. 1 second. Get you guys a better view. Really? 1 minute and 10 seconds passed already? Got it. Alright. Just showing you guys around real quick. This is current office setup, what I'm working with. Yeah. Right here in the back. Yeah. Pulled down backdrop that, I can use for a backdrop in order to do the podcast. This is my backup drive. Basically, when something happens here, I can go over here and extract everything I need while I'm editing a video over here to over there. So it's dual recording. Yeah, so that's that. One of the cool things that I want to start doing is not start doing, but continue doing is jumping into mobile film photography. I mean, I've already started, but really want to expound upon that because honestly, carrying around something like this is just, I mean, it's fun, it's cool, especially when I get like, the more high ticket clients who can afford a setup like this, and combine something like this with the DJI Ronin RS3, then I got a really nice setup, something to, help me create really nice, smooth cinematic shots and whatnot, get real stabilized footage and whatnot. But I mean, you can't underestimate the, comfortability of being able to just pull something out like this. The whole M3 gimbal. I can slap my phone on here and just go. Matter of fact, hold on, let me see 1 second. I'm working on a lot of stuff right now, so you gotta give me 1 second. Ow. Yeesh. Sorry. Alright. There we go. Yeah, like I was saying, being able to just grab, whoa, didn't mean to do that. But let me just go ahead and move this out the way. Alright. Now, just to show you something, and this is a dummy phone. I mean, and it's a real phone, but I don't have time to applicably set it up the way. There we go. So, check it out. Like I said, this is the Home M6 gimbal. Let's say this is the phone that you have, right? Again, I'm using I'm using the actual iPhone to go live. But let's say you use something like this, right? Turn it on, bam, and look at that. Oh, take the lock off. And we're able to just start going, doing really nice cinematic shots, getting really awesome, point of views. Especially if you had a concert or something like that, something like this would really come in handy. Because could you imagine being like, oh, I'm too, especially if you're someone who's short, whoop, just raise it up from the handle, and bam, and then you can position it however you want. And plus, this has AI tracking features. It's a little piece that mounts on top here, and it can follow you more accurately than any software could. It's software and hardware put together, and thus you're getting, the best of both worlds, which is really cool. And 1, 2, 3, turn it around, and you can get you know what I mean? It's really set up. It's got different modes to help distribute the weight around it. But point is, what I'm trying to say is that when you're working with something like this is really helpful, and it makes filming content, making any sort of video, that much more easy. And I think that's the more that's something that I think is the most underrated part of the process of making content. How easy can you pull out your camera and start filming whatever it is you got? If you have to start, attaching mics and gimbals and, doing a whole bunch of things, or can you just streamline the whole process from point A to point B? And that can, little simple things is having something as easy as this. It took me like 5 seconds to boot up and just go. It's automatically calibrated. I don't need to, do any kind of special, finagling. It's all ready to go. It's all ready to go, and it's pretty straightforward. Use these buttons to toggle, blah blah blah. You can even charge your phone from here too. So it's a portable charger too. That's what's really cool. And locks up, easy to portable. It has tracking, time lapse capabilities. Fits in my bag comfortably, and like I said, you can't really doubt it. Okay, that's a little better. All right. Now, also what I wanted to talk about in this slide is the iPhone 15 Pro Max, which I will be doing an unboxing. I plan to be doing an unboxing on it soon if I can get my hands on one. I've had plenty of iPhones before, from the iPhone 6 to the iPhone 13 Pro right here, and again, before, and as well as other phones too, cheap Android phones, Motorola, Samsung, LG, you name it, I probably had it before. Cricket, not Cricket, that's a phone company. Point is, I've had multiple different phones, multiple different devices, earbuds, tech, watches, from, different ecosystems. And what I realized is that, I thought for my own person, own body person, I thought I'd be able to have like my phone, watch, earbuds, all that be Android and Samsung, all that be Samsung devices. But when it comes to my tablet, MacBook, my what you call it, MacBook and whatnot, iPad, Apple all the way. But the problem comes when I'm making content, again, when I'm filming videos, being able to transfer that content over from one to another was a lot hard. Why? Because they were not all operating on the same operating system, aka within the same ecosystem. They did not obey the same laws, because, it's a lot harder to transfer over content from an Android device to an iPhone device as it is going from apples to apples, orange to oranges, You're going from apples to oranges, there's some, wires for to get crossed. I hope you guys understand that analogy. But point is, like I said, I want to be able to, I'm going to be planning on upgrading to the iPhone 15 Pro Max, so that way, like I said, in order to help better and take my mobile filmmaking to the next level. I'm now able to, well, let me not stop. Let me not say to the next level. I'm going to say make it a lot more convenient, because to be able to record an Apple ProRes 4K 60 instead of 4K 30, or using 4K 30 in cinematic mode on my iPad, on my iPhone, that makes it that much more versatile, and be able to make that much clearer content. Because when I'm using certain devices, moment lenses on my iPhone, like right now, my iPhone, it's sitting on a tripod inside of the small rig iPhone 13 Pro cage, with the handles and the microphone, all that, attached. And again, it's definitely allowed me to do things like comfortably attach the phone to a gimbal, and get all sorts of cool looking shots. I've been able to talk with certain, barter with certain clients who don't necessarily have the money to spend on the bigger setups. So or people who are not necessarily, they feel like that I may be unknown as a photographer or a videographer, and they think that I'm not sure if I want to spend a couple $1,000s with you, or is there any way that we can go smaller, and that way if we don't like it, it won't be that much of a financial loss. So that's where me getting into mobile filmmaking came into play. If the idea was, if I was able to deliver you a banger of a video from the iPhone camera with a minimal setup, then for your next project, we're gonna up the ante, and I'm gonna bring in the big boys to help you film a much better project. I'm gonna edit it, add the video, the sound, the nice effects. I'm gonna do everything I can from a minimal budget of, potentially anywhere from $5 to $1,000, whatever it is. So it's not that much of a loss, and then that way, and that way you could feel a lot more comfortable putting in that kind of money. And regardless of however it is, the client has a video to put out and potentially garner views and or market out to a much larger audience, whatever to accomplish their goals. Choose the smaller package to deliver bigger results and go above and beyond, and then lock them in for next time for a much larger larger production size, which means gimbals, cameras, drones, more expensive lenses, having a crew on set with me to help mitigate the process, things of that nature. So that's free game for you guys. What else? Also, yeah, just getting an iPhone 15 Pro Max, that would help. Being able to record externally onto a hard drive, I could only imagine. Like, you just don't understand. Being able to connect my phone directly to an SSD, put it in the smaller cage or the B script cage, start filming, doing a day's tire work, and instead of taking up all that space on my phone's personal drive, I can now record that straight to the drive, hand it off to my assistant editor, and have him go home, edit it, and then give me the drive back. I go, add the finishing touches, do what I want me to do, review it with the client, and then they're good to go. And it's just like, it's a more streamlined process. It helps, and it makes me want to go out and do just a little bit more, and that means I can offer a faster turnover time for a clientele too. So again, making a purchase that makes sense to not only my but my personal wants and need of upgrading to a better phone. Like I said, I have the iPhone 13 Pro. Could have upgraded to last year's iPhone 14, but I held off because I didn't think that it was a substantial enough reason. Even though the dynamic island and the 48 megapixel camera was a bit of a jump, and I thought that was a pretty interesting sell, but I thought that, again, these are both relatively outside the camera. The dynamic island was still a relatively new thing, and maybe if I gave it just a little bit more time to develop and become its own thing by the 15, 16, iPhone 15, iPhone 16, then it would be fully ready and be able to take advantage of you know, that ability, that little dynamic island in the way that a creator ought to. So that's something to also think about. I'm also going to be dropping a video on, you know, the things of why you should or should not potentially upgrade your iPhone 15 Pro Max, so be on the lookout for that. Also, if you haven't already, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe to all my other YouTube channels. Sorry, not my other YouTube channel, on this YouTube channel. Look at other videos, go through the shorts. I'm constantly uploading new videos. And if there's anything you guys wanted me specifically to talk about, I'm always open to do that. My Twitter is up in the bio. You can contact me any which way you can. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. I'm always open about, you know, the whole process and my journey into becoming a content creator. Always trying to put in my best work, and yeah, you know, and hopefully somewhere out there I'm able to inspire you guys to do the very same thing. So yeah, tune in next time for part 2 live. Whatever. I'm still just, this is just me spitballing. I don't have a script. I'm not reading from nothing. I'm just trying to put it out there so you guys can get a better view of what it is I'm trying to do. Little things I'm talking about, things I'm up to, and get a better sense of where the channel's going. So, yeah, bye.